So then the Wild Boy mixtape comes out.
Yeah.
That was the next
It was
project?
Calboy the Wild Boy. After Anxiety, it was Calboy the Wild Boy.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Got it.
it ain't really pick up too much bigger than Anxiety. Like it wasn't too much of a difference. It got almost the same numbers. You feel me? I'm like, well, what we doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So at that point, I mean, are you getting shows and stuff like that? Nothing.
I was getting views.
So it was just a hobby, pretty much.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Meaning that if there's no money,
Mm-hmm.
it's still at the hobby stage. Not to put down the quality of the music,
Right.
but you're not making any money off it yet. You're just building up. Was there a point like between those two mixtapes where you're like, man, this just ain't gonna work out. I'm not hot like all these other Chicago rappers.
Right. Here and there, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It sits in the back of your mind, be like, damn, what if I never get on? You like, what if I'm doing all this shit for no reason? You know what I'm saying? It's always sit back.
Most people do that exact same thing. People do it and they never get on. 99% of people are in that.
My older brother had this thing of teaching me about manifesting. You feel me? And he get real spiritual. You feel me? And he kind of like keeping that negative sign in the back of your head. You subtracting from your life. You taking away from what could be happening. Be thinking about that shit. Just think about. That's why I say like around 2016, 2017, I started feeling like a rapper.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I was trying to make myself feel like, yeah, this is me. You feel me? But then I started hearing those conversations from my brother. And like, yeah, I'm really that. You feel me? Even though I ain't making no bread, I'm really one of them. And then it kind of started happening after that.
So then came Envy Me.
Let me tell you the backstory on that. I flew out here. I ain't really had no bread. I just was listening to some of the guys. They like, all right, you want to get on with rap? You need to go to Cali. Where all the rappers at? Where all the famous people at? I'm like, I ain't got no money though. They like, don't worry about it. You feel me? We'll figure it out. You flew out, stayed out here for like 3 months.
Where are we staying?
Everywhere.
Just couches.
Yep, hotels. My homie Cuban Mike, I'm at his crib. You feel me? My manager, his homies with Soul, so we chopping it up with Soul. We probably pop up on Bro. You feel me? Tarantino, one of the other guys, he getting hotels for us. We hopping in there with him. You feel me? So, just like that.
Wow.
For 3 months straight.
Yeah, no, I mean, as someone who travels, I understand how expensive it is to just be away from your house for 3 months. Because every day is costing you money somewhere, or you just got to hustle a place to stay. You got to sleep on a couch.
See, but what we used to do is we would like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and we'd just get studio sessions and sleep.
And sleep in
like
the
12-hour sessions
on the couch.
Sleep, and then work on music. And then during the day, we'd just be like, we out. You know what I'm saying? We was damn near homeless, but couldn't nobody tell us that.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what you guys, what you were at that point. So, yeah, man.
Still feeling like the man. I don't know, it was just going like that.
Okay. So how did Envy Me come together?
Well, actually, the last day before flying to Chicago, I'm like, I want to get in the studio one more time. Feel me? Tato had pulled up on me that day. And Valet pulled up on me that day. Just making songs. I made, what did I make right before Envy Me? Damn, I can't think right now. Well, I was making a few joints before that. Then JTK sent me over a pack. I'm listening to him. I do like 2-3 songs off the pack, and then that was the last beat I heard. I'm like, man, this joint cold, but I don't know what to say to it. As soon as I'm about to turn it off, Tato tell me like, hey, bro, don't turn that beat off. You better do something to it. And I just went in there. I was half asleep. That's where the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep come from. I was tired as hell.
You were sleepy.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Envy Me came out. We flew back to Chicago the next day. And that was my favorite song out the bunch, so we put it on my homie birthday flyer, on his digital flyer to promote his party and shit. And then they was asking about the song more than the party. You feel me? They like, hey, what song is this? You feel me? So it started going viral. started picking up.
Right. And I guess kids started doing dances to it.
Yeah. Well, I had dropped the video by that time.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? The flyer. Then we shot the video with Twan randomly. We went out to Gary, Indiana, which is not too far from the city. So we drove out there, went to this abandoned church, did the video. Then I dropped the video, and then that's when the dance came. I guess somebody heard the song and did the dance, and then, you feel me? Everybody just kept doing the dance.
Okay. So the song starts to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Then the labels start calling.
Yeah.
How did it feel to get that first call from a label? Because up until that time, you were just, it wasn't a build-up where it's like, okay, I'm doing shows and, I got a bunch of buzzing songs and so forth. It kind of went from
zero
to a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a breath of fresh air, really. I'm like, damn, like, all right, I'm gonna finally see some bread. Even if I don't see a lot of bread, I know it's some bread coming. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even take it. We didn't even take the meeting of the first call.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was too early. We knew it was too early though. Even though we ain't had no money, we still was humble enough to say, like, you feel me, or disciplined enough to say, like, nah, that, you feel me, don't even bite yet.
Okay.
You feel me? So we was answering the phone like, yeah, it's cool, you feel me? But we was hanging up. Nothing. We feel me? We ain't gonna pull up. Then the song got to like 1 million views. And then we started taking the meetings. And you feel me? And then I met Brian Leach inside.
From Polo Grounds.
Yeah, we pull up, man.
Yeah, which is, man, I mean, they got a long history.
Yeah.
Polo Grounds been around for a minute.
Yeah, for
a long minute. Okay. What was it about Polo Grounds that made you want to sign with them?
Really just the business. Another thing I want to say, like, all through that process of me working or like dabbling into music, somebody was always behind my ear telling me the business. You feel me? I had a couple homies from the streets that knew the business about not giving away too much of your publishing, not doing a 360. You feel me? Shit like that.
Okay.
So when we went in there and was talking to Brian, he kind of told me what he wanted. He's like, hey, you feel me? That's cool. We was going to other labels telling them what we wanted, and a lot of them was like, oh, that don't sound realistic.
What was it that you wanted out of a deal at that point? What were like the non-negotiables?
A certain amount of bread.
Okay.
I didn't want to be put in a 360 situation. I wanted to split on the partnership.
Okay.
I didn't want to give too much of my publishing away.
Okay, so you kept a certain party publishing. What about your masters?
That as well.
Okay.
It was really like that. It was the numbers we were saying though. They like, okay, that's not realistic.
I'm going to tell you just a little fun fact here. When you talk about publishing, like owning publishing and masters and so forth, I interviewed Sir Mix-a-Lot, who did Baby Got Back like 25 years ago.
Right.
He has made over $100 million off that song.
Baby Got Back has made a lot of money, bro. I mean, because I believe, first of all, why own your publishing if you're not willing to leverage it? Some people own publishing and just sit around and say no to every single opportunity. But the reason you own publishing is because as you get on in your career, you can still monetize those tracks, number one. And number two, you can continue to record music with integrity. So in other words, I can get in the studio and I'm doing a new record now and I could give a shit less who buys it because I make money on my publishing.
How you do that?
That song is in so many movies, commercials.
Right.
Nicki Minaj redid it at one point.
Right.
All over the world. You know, Charlie's Angels, the movie comes out and it's in that.
Right.
And he owns he produced it. He owns the publishing, owns the masters, and he's still living like a superstar rapper off that one song. To this day, still buys McLarens, lives in a massive mansion in Seattle. He's chill. I interviewed him.
That's lit.
This is the difference between ownership, between being in a service business and an asset business. In a service business, that's like doing shows.
Right.
You're gonna have to keep doing those shows to keep having money come in.
Yeah.
When you have assets, publishing, masters, and so forth, you could just sit back and the money will keep coming.
Right.
And when you have a big hit song and when you own all or some of that song, that's that retirement multi-generational money right there.
Sure.
Seems like you knew that though coming into it.
Yeah. Like, Foden was telling me that. They was trying to teach me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to own as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But me knowing I just went from 0 to 100, I got one song. I knew I had to give something away, but I wasn't giving too much away.